Hello everybody, we are back here on The Hunter Call the Wild with the brand new 2021 Beginner Guide Episode 2. And I think what we're going to do now, since we have got a bit of a start here on Layton Lakes, we're actually going to go to a map and do something that's going to earn us a little bit more money and quite a bit more XP. And that is hunting geese. Alright, so we have now gone through all of the intro dialogue. There's probably going to be a little bit more here and there, so we might get interrupted when we're trying to talk, but we're going to go ahead and take out the starting animal right here. This is a female roe deer. It actually seems a little bit darker in color than normal. I don't know if I'm just seeing things, but let's go ahead and take it down. And that should be a decent shot. Should be no reason why that wouldn't get into vitals, and yeah, it just went down. That definitely doesn't look like the normal color for females, though. It almost looks like a male, but just without antlers. But there it is. There is our little roe deer. Now we're probably going to get some dialogue the second we pick this up, so let's just pick it up and let that play out. And yeah, it's a female, but it's got the color of a male. That's kind of interesting. You know, we're going to save that. We might tax this later, because I actually don't remember them looking like this. It could just be my lack of a hunting roe deer much, but that really looks like a male. Here we are at the very first lookout point, which is just north of where you spawn, and claiming this is actually going to complete a mission, and I think we will be doing an episode or two where we just do missions coming up pretty soon, because that was actually suggested by one of you guys in the comments of episode 1, and I do think that that is a good thing to go over. So we will be going over missions eventually, but for this episode I'm going to show you guys how to earn a ton of money with goose hunting, because you can do that very early provided you have the goose DLC. So I'd say if you're starting out in the game, 100% get the goose DLC as quick as possible. It's going to be so helpful for earning cash and XP to level your character up and get all the gear that you need. It really is worth it. If you don't buy anything else off the bat, at least get that one. And let's go ahead and survey the area. After you grab that lookout tower, there will be an outpost very close, about 400 meters away from the tower. So you're going to want to run up to that pretty much immediately after you claim that lookout tower, because this is once again where you will get all of your equipment and stuff like that, as we went over in episode 1. So we're gonna run over there and then get all the stuff we need and head out for some goose hunting. But along the way we are going to pick up this point of interest, because it'll give us 100 XP along with some information about the area. But the most important thing that we're looking for here is that experience, because that is going to be very helpful early on to help level your character up. Now there is one more thing about the geese that I should probably mention before I get too far into this video. They will not be working super great on console as of releasing this, but once Rancho del Arroyo gets released on console, the geese will be working just as well as they are here on PC. So as of now, as of releasing this video and recording it, they aren't working properly on console, but they will very soon. So it shouldn't be too long before you guys that are playing on console can earn a ton of money with the geese, because they really are just amazing with this patch. So we've got about 3 kilometers almost to get to the spot that I want to be at, which is clear over here. This is by far my favorite spot for hunting geese, so we're going to head over there. There is another amazing spot right here that we will eventually go to also, because there is an outpost in this area, which is going to make it easy to access, but we're going to go here first. Oh, we actually have some rabbits. I think we got one. We didn't get the second one. We can try to get a couple others, that would be amazing. I don't know if we'll be able to, though. Unfortunately, we just have buckshot. So that's not exactly great, because we're not going to get full score on any of these. But we did get one of them down. I don't think we're going to get any more, but we did just get a skill point, so let's real quickly toss that in. So what we're going to do is put it into track knowledge so that we can get more information about the animals that we are recovering tracks from. Like, for example, we can go pick up this feed zone right here, and it will show us a little more info than it would before. Like right here, it tells us the gender, and normally it wouldn't do that with just level 1. Like, we can now see that is a female just by the track, which is really helpful. Alright, so now that we have basically got to the area that we were going to, let's go ahead and drop our tent probably right here. And now we will grab all the stuff we need for goose hunting. Another thing that I probably should mention before we get any further is the fact that I will be doing a different video focusing on other money-making methods, because I know not everybody has the money to buy the Goose DLC. So we will be doing another video very soon where we go over another way that you can make money completely free without having to buy any of the DLCs, because there is quite a different ways you can make money. This is just my favorite and probably the quickest way, so I decided to show off that one first. So let's go ahead and set everything up, and then we will change the time and wait for some geese to come in. Another thing you're going to want to do is purchase the goose collar as quickly as you can, so you will need to get 6,000 cash before doing that, but we purchased the wrong collar. Well, we're off to a great start in this series. So yeah, we could have purchased the goose collar, but can't now. Thankfully, a lot of times the decoys are enough to get them to break, so we should still have no issues getting some down. It's just unfortunate that we can't call them because I messed up and accidentally purchased the wrong collar. And just like that, we have a flock flying in that has broke, so we will be able to take these down. As far as I can tell, there's nothing rare or diamond in there, so we'll be perfectly fine to shoot them with the buckshot, because when you first start out, you will not have birdshot, so you're not going to get full score on these guys. So it's very important that you don't accidentally shoot anything rare or diamond, because that would be very bad. You will get decoys and one of these layout blinds for free whenever you purchase the DLC. So use 20 of the decoys and then your layout blind, and you'll be set to go hunting some geese. Now, we got another flock coming in, which does appear to be pretty much the same as the other one, nothing too crazy in it. But it's awesome to see lots of geese coming in. Now, we're actually going to let them land, because we want to make sure that we have as much time to take them out as possible, since we only have 2 shots in our shotgun before needing to reload. One thing I actually did forget to talk about in episode 1 is the hunting pressure. Now, hunting pressure basically happens whenever you shoot an animal, and if you shoot 4 animals over the same spot, any of these need zones that are there will be deleted. So make sure you never shoot more than 3 over top of a need zone. However, with the geese, it's a little bit different. Since they technically don't have a need zone at all, you can shoot as many of them over top of one area as you want, because it's not going to change any of your zones at all. So just go to town on the geese, and actually, they are just walking towards us. I think we're actually going to jump out of the blind and start blasting a few of them. There we go, there's 2 of them. Let's try to get a couple more if we can. And that's 2 more. I think we can get even more since this is buckshot. We should be able to reach out farther. And yeah, that did the trick on at least one of those 2. Let's send one more that way. And one more for good measure. And a 243 shot to finish it off. Just because we need that extra cash. So it's going to be a good start. It should get us enough money to buy the goose collar. And unfortunately, that was the level 4. Good thing it was a small one. Alright, this should be the last of the geese, and that is going to bring us up to 5,500 currency. We need 500 more, and then we can get the goose collar. So let's get back to the blind. I think there was actually a roe deer in the area, so we'll go take that out, and then we should be able to purchase it. Okay, so I just found the weirdest thing. There is a red fox drinking right there. I don't know where its zone is, I guess. Wow. Okay, so its zone is clear up here, and for some reason it's down here. That can't be intended. That's just wild, so guess we will take out the roe deer, and then maybe we can take out that fox too. Should be a vital hit, and we'll see if we can hit the fox. Yeah, we killed the fox. 1 shot, so that guarantees that we'll have enough for the collar. There is the roe deer, and that is going to give us enough money to purchase the collar. And this fox over here was a bit of a bonus, so we'll have a little bit of wiggle room on our cash, because I do like to keep at least a little bit more than what we're going to be spending, just so I have some And this little fox right here is going to give us another 1249. Foxes are actually incredibly good for cash, so anytime that you end up seeing one, you want to make sure you take it out. And there's actually a road here right where our blind and stand are, so let's take that out also. And oh gosh, I forgot. I can't hold my breath as long because I don't have all of the perks for it. Well, that was unfortunate. And now that we got the cash, let's make sure we're purchasing the correct collar. And there we go. We now have the short reed Canada Goose collar. This is going to help us out so much with getting them in. It'll just make it so that more flocks come in because this collar has like a 500-meter range, which is crazy. Another thing I should mention before we actually start blasting away at a bunch of geese is with the collar, you're going to want to call as much as possible, not just when you see geese, because this has an insane range. 500 meters is even farther than the render distance of the game, so you want to be calling off and on just to get any flocks that might be just slightly out of your distance of your view distance to actually come in, because there's so many times where a flock might be completely away from the decoys and still comes in because I was calling. So that's something you really want to be doing. So, partway through hunting all those geese, I realized that the Goose DLC actually does come with a couple shotguns, and since you wouldn't be able to really hunt the geese without the DLC, it's probably okay if we go ahead and use those shotguns, and that is the 20-gauge side-by-sides. These will come with the Goose DLC, so get all of them. They're completely free, and it's going to make it so you can hunt with more than one shotgun, and that is going to be huge when just trying to quickly switch to something else instead of having to reload. You will have to kill a few things in order to get the ammo, though, because 20-gauge birdshot is a little bit actually, now that I look at it, it's not that expensive, so you can honestly just go to town with the birdshot, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get the steel birdshot just because it looks different. Not really any reason other than that. We'll get 200 of it and go ahead and equip all of the 20 gauges. What? What was that? Alright, I'm scared now. Those geese have to die after hearing that. There's something wrong with them. Clearly something wrong with them. Well, as you guys can see, our latest harvest is absolutely filled with geese. We've killed probably, I'd say 25, maybe 30 geese in total, and we've got ourselves 17,000 cash left, and it got us 2 levels. We got a skill point and a perk point to distribute. We are gonna go with Track Knowledge Level 2. This is going to be very helpful. It'll reveal information about approximate animal group size when investigating the need zone tracks, and it will show the approximate health when investigating blood trails. Both of these are very helpful, and those are things that we will 100% need. Now, as far as the perk point goes, I think we're either going to get Sprint and Load or Breath Control or Steady Hands. They're all really good choices. I think Breath Control, because we were having issues with our breath running out too fast, and we actually have more geese coming in now, so let's try to take out a couple of them before we end the video, because you never know when you might have like a rare that doesn't look like a rare. And also because we need the cash. We need to get a few of these down anyways. And as you guys probably noticed, I've been using 3 of the 20-gauge shotguns and then swapping between them every time I shoot something. And it is such an efficient way to take them out. because you don't have to wait for the long reload time. You can just get straight back to blasting them. Let's go ahead and switch to the third. These are going to be farther away, so it might not kill them first shot. And yeah, let's just go ahead and finish that off with the 243 if we can. And of course I missed. And I missed again. We're just gonna ignore that. That never happened. But that is a bunch more geese on the ground and a ton of cash to purchase the Hyperion scope whenever we get to that. It's gonna be a little bit. That was actually a really big level 4 right there. And we actually got another level, so we've got 3 levels this episode. Let's go ahead and get that sprint and load perk so we don't have to stop running every time we reload, because that can get very annoying. And now that we have purchased it, we can continue running and reload our gun at the same time, which will speed up claiming things by quite a bit. And this should be the last one, a level 2 female. That brings us up to 22,400. Let's take a look at what we can purchase at the end of this episode here. I don't exactly know what we can get, so we still need more rifle score to get a lot of the rifle stuff, including the Hyperion scope. Shotgun score, we actually should have enough shotgun score now in order to actually get the 12 gauge birdshot. Yeah, right there, 12 gauge birdshot, so we can finally unlock that, which is going to be really nice. Other than that, there's not really a lot. I don't think we really unlocked any collars or anything like that this episode, so I think the birdshot is about the only new thing that we managed to get, but we did make quite a bit of cash, and once we get the Hyperion scope unlocked, we will be able to purchase it immediately because of this. In the next video, we will go over another way that you guys can earn money and XP along with rifle score to unlock stuff. A way that doesn't require any DLC, since this episode was focused on geese, which do require the Goose DLC. We will go over something in the next video that doesn't require the Goose DLC. But I think, with that being said, let's go ahead and end it there. If you guys are brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, click the like button, and ring that notification bell so you guys will never miss an upload. Also, be sure to leave a comment down below at what you guys would like me to go over in episode 3 or 4 or 5 or whichever one is going to include whatever you guys mention, because not everything fits in every type of video. So let me know what you guys would like to see me cover in this beginner series, and I will try to fit it into one of the upcoming episodes. And yeah, with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace!